Hey everybody, working on the butt ribs, or getting ready to get them mounted in place, but I have to transfer holes from these, the three, to the butt rib itself. I'm trying to figure out how I was going to do that without having to take the tanks out, when I decided that I'm just going to use an ordinary air chuck fitting. Screw it into the hole here. Take the butt rib, place it on there, and tap it with a hammer. Just enough that it'll make a small mark on the back side, and I'll know exactly how things are centered. It'll be perfect. Not enough to hurt the tank, but that should work. The other thing that I did, that I found out that one of the bungs that got welded in the tank, it was this one on the other side, rather than coming straight out of the tank, got welded in slightly at an angle and was pointed down. That's kind of exaggerated. Luckily, I found out that I inched up on every one of these holes that you saw in the video. I ground them out with a carbide bit slowly to make sure that I was centered on them. And when I first started, I looked through and I was good, I thought. And then I found out that the fitting came out at an angle, downward angle, so it would have meant that my hole, if I'd gone all the way, would have ended up being oblonged. Luckily, I caught it in time. And then what I made up was, once I found that out, I would take a tap. These are all, the two for the sight gauges are 1/4-inch pipe. I made up a little wood dowel that I could slide over the tap. I could trace around it, and that way my hole was exactly centered where it needed to be. That worked for the sight gauges. And then for the fuel drains, since there's this, it's kind of a stop the big stuff, screws into the tank first. So that is a 3/8 pipe. I made up a small aluminum bushing just out of scrap that I could trace the hole over here. When I made up the sleeves, I also made them big enough so that I could slide a socket over to tighten that up, and a 9/16 socket to tighten up the sight gauge if they happen to have a nut on the back of them. I think it's just going to be a close nipple is all that's going to end up being. But I think that's going to work. Kind of hit the easy button on that one. At least I'm hoping anyway. It should locate my holes in the butt rib perfectly. And then it's just a matter of getting the pieces, the standoffs, for the correct length to hold that butt rib in position, get them epoxied in place, and then I can, and then the flange on the peg, standoff pegs, gets riveted also to the butt rib. And we'll see how that goes. That's the project for today. Well, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.